Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Eagles Sports Network and the 31st Dayspring Basketball Classic. I'm John Christensen alongside my brother, James Christensen. We'll be calling the opening round matchup here. Apologies for the late start. Game was supposed to start at 9:30, but so far, Jim, this tournament has not gone as planned exactly.
Yeah, we're going to see how everything shapes out and what the bracket's actually going to look like here with the teams that are left. But we're getting starting lineups right now for our first game. Obviously, we've got extremely bad weather outside, and we're going to get probably a foot of snow today. And so we are thankful that these two teams have braved the elements and will be the first ones competing in this year's matchup.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. As you said, starting lineups going on now. We have it between, let's see here, Lake County Baptist School out of Waukegan, Illinois, and Lake Crest Baptist School all the way from Waterford, Michigan. So they had quite a ways to go, especially due to the snow here. And it should be a fun one. As you said, we've had quite a few teams drop out. I think we're down to, normally it's 16 teams. I think as of now we're down to 11. So that's
the latest word.
Yep. Yeah, 11 and dropping. So it should be interesting as the bracket gurus over there are trying to figure out the best format to move forward. And we'll try to keep you updated later as with the most updated version of the bracket, but that is always changing. So like you said, game's about to get underway, and the home team on the scoreboard should be Lake Crest, and Lake County will be away there in blue.
Yeah, two teams with the word lake in it today, so I'm sure we will mix that up just a few times as we're going forwards today. Quick basket there. That's number 20 on Lake Crest, Owen Miller, with the first basket of the tournament.
Yeah, there you go. You'll see how both teams, both coaches are going to play this one. Lake Crest definitely looking like the aggressor so far. Number 30, Luke Peck. Early 4-0 start.
Yeah, relentless on defense here. And quick to run. They're going to be moving up the floor fast.
Yeah, lost the handle there, number 14, the senior. Yeah, what are you seeing from both teams here early, Jim?
Just from having sat here for a while, we know that Lake Crest was here. They were ready to go. They were very warmed up, and they are coming out quick. It's got to be difficult. Lake County just got here probably 20 minutes ago.
They were. Yeah.
They're looking a little shell-shocked to start here. I'd like to see them get some more quick passes, try to pass your way out of pressure as opposed to dribble, but we'll see what they come up with here.
Yeah, they'll retain possession. First minute underway, early 4-0 lead. And yeah, they didn't have a lot of time. The snow put them a little bit behind schedule here with most teams. Number 21 off the mark there. Yeah, they're pulling. Their transition offense is really quick right now. They're getting really good open looks.
That was Luke Peck with the baseline jumper there for two. They're fast. They're really fast. So we'll see if Lake County can get some open looks here.
Yeah, they're definitely the aggressor here to start, forcing a lot of turnovers. And looking to push the ball. Nice move and one again by number 30, Luke Peck. I think he's got six of Lake Crest's early 8 points so far.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got all the makings of a senior guard here in the tournament, which is something that's invaluable. Ball handler, good pressure, good finisher there as we saw. So free throws up and good, and they're out to that early 9-0 lead.
Yeah, another steal there. Again, right now, Lake County, no answer to that kind of half-court trap right now. up 11-0 early.
There's a good pass.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. 22, Joshua Robison or Robeson. Don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got to do, right? If they're pressing you, find some open seams right there. But again, they're really struggling with that half court press early. We'll see if coaching staff on Lake County here can maybe settle them down here and draw up anything to break this half court press. Again, normally we do have games running in both gyms, in the school and church gym nonstop. But again, due to the weather, that a lot of the church gym games are canceled. Yeah.
Nice pass.
Another two by Mr. Robinson there. So again, if you're looking for your team and their regularly scheduled time in the church gym, a lot of those games are canceled until later in the day. Again, we'll keep you updated. I'm not even sure how this one shapes out. Normally we have it on the wall over here, and we don't, just because it's dwindled down. So
yeah, we've got a 12-team bracket live on our website, dbc.edu. You'll see the big basketball right when you get there. Click on that, and you'll be able to get the tournament schedule as well as players' stats and team stats as the tournament progresses. And so that's the bracket as it stood this morning. Like we mentioned, already things are changing, so we'll just have to stay up to date there with times and locations and all that as we go.
Yep, and the junior, number 33, their center there, perfect 2 for 2. Again, up to an early lead. Got some subs coming in for Lake Crest, number 25 and number 5, Adrian Gonzalez and Josiah Perez. Going to give 33 and 14 a breather here.
Quick steal right off the bench there, number 5. That's Gonzalez with the 2.
Yeah, right now Lake Crest is pressuring well, filling the gaps right in the passing lanes.
Yeah, they've made it clear you're not going to dribble through them. They're going to have 2, sometimes in that instance 3 guys collapse and force you to pick it up and find the open man, which again, 2 or 3 guys on you, that means 2 guys at least are open out there, right? So got to keep your head up, got to pass well. 3 ball, good. Traden Dalton. First 3-pointer of the tournament, John.
There you go. Can't take that away from him.
No, it'll be his forever.
Right.
Nobody else will ever have that.
In the 31st Classic. No trophies, no awards for that.
No,
but,
unfortunately not.
But we know.
Right. He's got a really good stop and pull up.
It is.
Yeah.
It looks pretty. Form looks good. I mean, we'll get some stats updated at halftime, and we'll post them after this first round. They'll be posted on the walls here and have access hopefully online as well. But, yeah, it's looking pretty right now. He's got a really good pull-up game.
Yeah, very, very smooth, very confident. They're tying a shoe down here before the inbounds.
Yeah, and if you're Lake County here, you want to just get some things headed in the right direction, get some ball movement, get some players some confidence, see a few things go in.
There's a 3. 21, Chris Reindl.
The senior there, 5'10" senior, trying to get his team going here. It is pure everything from Mr.
I don't think Peck's missed yet. So
yeah, you got to adjust. They're playing kind of a soft zone, and they're letting them shoot. Lake Crest making them pay early.
Peck with the steal.
Again, on pace to be north of 100 here, which
yes.
I think would.
I think that'll slow down.
I think that would be a first, but. There you go. Good hands. Good active defense there by Lake County.
That's travel. Yeah.
Yeah, shuffled his feet there.
If you're watching and you're new to our gym or you're curious why we have 3 3-point lines, blue is the 3-point line. Maroon is our college 3-point line, and gray is nothing. It's just there.
Right. I don't know what the gray was supposed to be.
Gray was old college.
Gray was old
so
college.
When
oh, there you go. Back-to-back threes by the senior guard.
When we used to shoot from the gray, NCAA changed the rules, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago or so. They added the interior maroon semicircle underneath the hoop for charges and a new 3-point line.
So the gray is just for confusion.
Yes.
And not worth changing the floor.
No.
So good hands there at number 24. Pick the pocket there. Aiden, another senior. I'm telling you, that was Mr. Dalton. Had the wrong team there. Again, both Lake, so a little bit confusing here.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, they're still being aggressive there, running the floor well.
That's 25, Josiah Perez with the basket.
As their coach, Dave Dalton. So there you go. So his son's out there playing a little father-son action right there. He's going to call a timeout, talk it over. 32-10 here early, Jim, and we will come back to you, right after this timeout. All right, game action is back underway. A minute 40, up 32-10. Again, Coach Dalton calling a timeout. You would assume probably maybe telling his team to sit back a little bit, get some other players in there as well, and just let the game flow as, again, they have an early lead. I don't know, has Lake Crest come to our tournament before, Jim? Are you familiar with them?
I've never seen them. That doesn't mean they haven't come. There's another 3 ball.
They are absolutely money from that corner.
Yeah, they made 3 from that exact spot already. So I've never seen them personally, but they've got a really, really good-looking team. So
yeah, they do. And again, I'm not even sure who they would play next. Again, assuming they can hold on to this early lead. But whoever would play them, because some of the teams we had to give buys. Because, again, due to the snow, so they're going to play a team that hasn't played yet, and you would assume that Coach Dalton would be able to rest a lot of his starters. They'd get experience. I mean, obviously good for their confidence. It seems like they've been nothing but net so far in this first quarter.
Yeah.
So that's good. So that could be a really sneaky kind of second-round matchup for a team that would maybe be a little bit cold. And as you know, I mean, normally when we do the seeding, we have 16 teams. They come from all places. Like we're not driving to Waterford, Michigan, so a lot of our teams wouldn't have played them. So it can be really hard to properly seed teams. So that could be sometimes you end up getting a higher seed, but are unfortunate when you run into a team like that. As a nice finger roll there, I think that was from number 22.
Yep, it was Robeson again.
So that's the end of the first quarter, 35-12. And we will come back to you for the beginning of the second quarter here shortly.
Sounds good.
All right, welcome back again to the 31st annual Day Spring Basketball Classic here with the opening round matchup between Lake Crest and Lake County. Appreciate everybody tuning in and everybody in the gym who braved the elements to make it this far. Again, all Lake Crest in that opening quarter.
Yes.
Again, 35-12, so we'll see how Lake County, hopefully they can settle in, make some adjustments, get some flow here, and we'll see how Lake Crest wants to either continue their momentum or start to have things flow and get some more continuity and some bench guys in as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to see, a slew of the bench players here, which is great experience for everybody, right? We're going to see if Lake County can knock down a few of these open looks, so that'll get them back into it here. And I assume we're going to see a pretty spread out approach here from Lake Crest. With Lake County in the zone, they're going to be content to work the ball around and use some clock.
Take some time, good time to get other players involved, good time to run some offense. Again, probably a lot of your bigger scorers have seen the ball go through the hoop already. I'm trying to pull up to see if we can see. So this will be an interesting game. Again, if they hold on, it would be the 4:30 game in the school gym. Would be Fafka versus Lake Crest. Again, assuming they hold on to the lead, and that could be an interesting one.
Good game. Fafka's sitting right there.
Yeah, so they're watching it. Probably not too thrilled that their Friday night matchup, would
be a tough one.
Be a tough one. And again, normally to win the tournament. If you are new to the format, you do have to win everything in order to win. You have to go undefeated, which is normally 4 games.
Right.
Some teams would have to win 3.
Right.
And if you do lose your first game, you're sent to the left, which would be the kind of the consolation there. And you would go for that. If you do win your first game, then the worst you can or if you do win both of your first 2 games, the worst you can get is kind of 4th because you're in the semis.
Correct.
And if you do win and then lose, you're kind of playing for that 5th place.
Yeah, and as of this morning, we had a 5th place bracket, a 7th place bracket, and an 11th place bracket.
We did.
In addition to the consolation.
Got it, which would be new for us.
Would be different. Obviously, that's going to change already because can't have 11 teams and have an 11th place game. So,
yeah,
we'll see how that shakes out. Tournament Central over there is still working on it.
Yeah,
so.
You can see them. They've been scrambling. Again, big shout out to them. I'm sure they stayed up nice and late as we're getting calls from other teams. And understandable, weather was pretty bad this morning, even in our 5-minute drive to get here. It took about 4 times longer than normal.
Yeah, it's going to be bad all day. It's going to be snowing through till Sunday. So.
Quick timeout there. So we can take this opportunity, Jim. We can bring up one of our sponsors,
sir,
if you'd like. We can bring up Day Spring Bible College. I know we're both alumni. You got your Day Spring quarter zip on right now. And so why don't you tell people a little bit about the people that run the tournament?
Yeah, so Day Spring Bible College and Seminary is in Mundelein, Illinois, and is the host and sponsor of the Day Spring Basketball Classic. It is the college here associated with the Quentin Road Baptist Church, and it's a wonderful school. As you mentioned, we're both alumni, so we're a bit partial, but we did both attend a number of years ago, and it's a wonderful school for those who are looking to further their biblical education. And something that's unique about it is that we had no student debt when we finished school, which is wonderful for the rest of your life. And another thing that's unique about it is that you have the opportunity to do all sorts of day-to-day, real-life ministry work. And so we both worked in a number of different roles, both while we were in school and to this day. And sometimes you get to do cool stuff like become a broadcaster, right?
Yeah,
something I never thought I'd do, right? And so, again, wonderful school, and we're thankful that they are sponsoring this tournament this year. And we're glad to have both the school and all of its students pretty much running all the operations today and tomorrow. So couldn't do it without them for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it's a privilege because you get to not only learn about ministry, you get to actually work in it.
Yes.
So you can see it and get, that ends up being the best experience anyway. And then, that does end up paying for your schooling.
Yes.
So it's a win-win there, and you get to meet a lot of great people and so many volunteers it takes to put on this tournament.
Definitely.
From everyone from janitorial to kitchen to broadcasting, scores tables. As we try to get every game live stream, we keep live stats, we post them, and again providing short order and concessions and a clean tournament as well. And you got guys out there right now as a number 10 of Lake Crest with a nice steal there, Kendall. Bringing that coast to coast. You got the snowplow crew up there. Who knows how early while we were sleeping they got here.
Yeah, well, we were joking that not a single road was plowed until you got to our parking lot, right?
It is true. It is true. I stopped by my Dunkin' Donuts, got some coffee this morning, and, all the roads here. Couldn't see the road at all. And you first you pull into Quentin Road, and it's like it never snowed.
Exactly.
So they're working hard. I know Coach Kyle of Quentin Road, leads that as he's got a coach here and receive calls from all the teams, seeing if they're going to be here. And I saw him with a snowplow before we came in here. So
he's busy today.
Hard-working guy, and most coaches are probably not out there snow plowing the morning of their home tournament. So.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody has put on, as Pack pours in another 3 there.
Yeah, that is pure. I mean, that is
it's a great
smooth
shot.
stroke. You got to know him, Fafka. You're watching him. Coach got to take notes of that. Can't give him any breathing room. Again, from the one half of basketball we've seen.
Yeah, we're experts on him. We've watched him for 10 minutes.
So he might be fooling us, right? Maybe he,
he's having a game of his life right now.
Yeah, maybe he normally is more of an inside guy. It's got the 3. It's got the 3 rolling, but he's. No, it looks too smooth.
Yeah, I was
going to
say it doesn't look like it's the first time he's ever done it. So.
Yeah, I would assume he probably doesn't make every shot normally.
Probably not,
but
he probably would be playing at a little bit of a higher level if he made every shot.
But it's his team is looking smooth right now. Lake County again. We've seen some better ball movement of late. Looks like the turnovers have gone down. So they're getting some better looks. 3 off the mark there, so they're looking good. They're still playing hard, fighting hard.
You like to see something like that out of the Lake Crest coach. You're winning 44-12, which I get it, a little lopsided, right? And he's still over there coaching his guys saying, hey, I need you to crash the board for that rebound, right? You can't just vacate the premises.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't want to, when you have a big lead, you don't want to throw on. If we got a few subs coming in, number 30 and number 24. Going to come in, so it's like probably some coach-son interaction there, I would assume. So that's always fun. You get to probably play with your kid there and coach him up. But, yeah, like you said, you don't want to maybe put on a full-court press there, but you can't stop playing. You can't stop coaching. And you don't want your players to get sloppy and have bad habits.
No bad habits. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, as again, if you wanna win the whole thing, you do have to be perfect. You got to win. They would have to win all 4 games. So
we got just inside of 2 minutes here to go until the half. Lake County trying to get something going here.
Again, I think the winner of the game would play 4:30 in the school gym, and the loser would play 4:30 in the church gym. So we'll have both streams up and running that time, and then they would be going for the consolation, I believe. But again, this whole format is new, ever-changing, and different for us than the previous 30 years. So
yeah, we'll see what we
end up with.
What
our teams actually end up with.
Nice pass. Nice little floater there from Dalton again.
Yeah, relentless on the oar. There you go, Jim. They're 2 away. We could be on
2 more points, and they're keeping the pace. You're right, John.
So
48-12.
They could go. Does the score go triple digits? Is
It
the
does.
question.
It does. I've seen it.
In a game or for fun?
Oh, I've never seen it in a game, just for fun. We're not that high-powered of an offense around here. We haven't been for.
Yeah, some college games probably maybe would have gotten close.
For the opponent maybe scoring the 20 points.
Yeah. So.
Lake County with a steal there. 45 seconds to go in the half. A lot of good help side. That one good for 2 from Quee.
Yeah,
Fonzie.
Just a freshman there. Good move, good strong move inside. And approaching on the end of the first half here. I think that was 22.
Robinson with the bucket here.
Yeah, there you go. Like you said, still playing hard. Getting a few quick transitions, still running the floor.
Don't want anybody to give up.
And that will conclude the opening half of the 31st Day Spring Classic. Here, 48-16, all Lake Crest here early.
Yep.
We will step aside here for halftime, come back to you, hopefully get some stats, be able to review the first half, and we'll see you for the start of the third quarter. All right, welcome back, everyone, as the second half is about to get underway. Again, 48-16, Lake Crest over Lake County early. And, Jim, we have breaking news.
Breaking news. Yes, we do. Hold on, we've got
we have double breaking news.
Double breaking news.
Yeah, double breaking news. First is if your parking lot happens to be in the front lot, please move it due to the snowplow, which
I don't know why you'd be watching
I highly
stream,
doubt you are watching the live stream
right.
if that applies to you. But we do have more bracket updates.
Yes,
and,
we do.
Jim will let you fill in the audience here.
Yeah, so we'll have the bracket up on the screen here for you. So as you'll see, it looks vastly different than what we're normally accustomed to. We're down to 10 teams, and so that means we're only going to have 2 first-round games. So we got the game going on right now. That's going to be followed up by Quentin Road, the home team, facing State Line now. That'll be at 11 o'clock here in the school gym. And as far as I can see, it looks like pretty much all the games today are in the school gym now. I only see church gym games tomorrow. So if you're looking for a broadcast, we'll have it right here for you in the school gym as the day goes on. And so basically the breakdown is if you win your first round, you're heading towards the championship. You lose your first game, you're heading towards 5th place. In the second round, you win, you continue towards the championship. You lose, you head to the left side and go for 5th place. And then you have a few games that break off from there. Obviously, losers of the semis will play for 3rd. Losers of the second round of the 5th place will play for 9th, and we'll have a 7th place game in there as well. And obviously, the normal way to win still applies. You win every game, you are the champion.
Sure.
But it's going to look, vastly different from what we're accustomed to, like I mentioned.
And if that is confusing to you, that is okay because we are confused as well.
We just read it. Yeah.
So tune in, and if your team's playing, they're playing, and if not, they're probably up soon.
Yeah, and we're constantly updating all of our times on our YouTube playlist there as well. So I've got my my intern working on it right now. And he is updating every game in time as it comes out. And hopefully this will be what it stands as. So
yeah,
sounds like these are the confirmed teams from what I'm hearing. So
awesome. And a quick bucket there by Lake Crest. Again, number was that 14?
That was 14,
and
yeah.
I think Mr. Peck hit another nice little mid-range. So right where they left off.
Yeah, I got some stats here, John, and I got Mr. Peck missed a shot in the first half.
He did.
So he's no longer perfect.
He is, yeah.
He's only shooting 86% from the floor. Only.
Yeah, and his teammates, it's nice spread. You got Traden at 10 points, Nolan at 9, and then a few people. So they're spreading the love around right there.
Yeah, Traden just got an N1 there. So he's got more points now.
And number 22 for Lake County is their leading scorer.
Robison. If you know how to say it, just leave a comment, and they don't give us a pronunciation guide, right? So
yeah, we're not that advanced. So obviously the main stat that sticks out we're looking at the first half is 20 turnovers
to 6
and 21 steals.
Yeah,
which is a lot. That is, you usually don't see that that high at all. So obviously their defense.
Yeah, one might question how you have 21 steals and only 20 turnovers.
That is a good point. Again, we'll go back to the stat guys. These stat guys are volunteers just as we are.
They are. Yeah.
So when we misspeak or we throw the wrong graphic on the screen.
Yeah, stats are hard to keep.
They are, especially in a
fast game.
In a game that's turnover, steal, 2-point miss, 2-point make, offensive real. Like when all that's happening so fast, it's really really hard.
It is very difficult.
But we'll take it as a positive. They're only off 1.
Well, yeah, at least, right?
Right, because you can't have turnover other ways. I understand.
You can have, dead ball turnovers.
Right.
You can
have, just throw it out of bounds.
Right, that's a dead ball turnover.
Yeah, right. But,
a non-steal.
Yeah, good hands there, number 21.
Peck steals it back. Good
nice
dish.
pass.
Yeah. Good finish from 33. That's Spencer Conkle, a junior. Their big man at 6'2", John.
Yeah, so these games are going to be interesting because now I know home team Quentin Road. If you're tuning in, wanting to wonder when they play, they got switched. Nice block there from number 33.
Yeah,
their
it's
center,
Conkle again.
Conkle, making his presence known early. So teams get bumped up. I know your home team is now playing versus State Line at 11, which will be a tough opening round matchup. And if you kind of look at it across the board, Jim, a lot of the top seeded teams did stay in the tournament.
They did.
So you will have still very high level competition there. Another corner three there from
Nolan DeSalt.
So as I know in tournaments past, in the last few ones, it's been there's been a lot of parity. You've seen maybe the top 4 teams have been pretty even, or even last year, I think maybe the 8 seed or so made it all the way to the championship game.
Yep.
So there was just tons of parity across the board, and oftentimes teams 3 through 8, sometimes even 10 are very kind of evenly matched. So
yeah, I mean we don't know what did a Lake Crest end up with, right, seeding wise, but they're gonna have to play a first round game, and they're at 60 points with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah.
So obviously talented, right?
So yeah, so it can be interesting. And again, I think it is just the school gym now, so we'll have one stream running at a time.
Yeah, tomorrow we got some church gym games, it looks like. And if any of you back at home have ever volunteered to work a basketball game at your school, you know how hard it is to coordinate all the staffing and people and getting the referees and all that kind of stuff. So you can only imagine how difficult it's been to reschedule and reschedule and reschedule everything.
And it changed from the first half. The teams dropped out from when we were calling it in the second quarter.
Exactly.
So again, that's what we're rolling with right now. 33.
Conkle with a 3 ball.
Yeah,
from the center. Yeah.
Showing off his range.
Yeah, they're playing positionless basketball now.
You love it. More modern game.
Yeah, they are not a lot of height difference with their team across the board. They don't have like a standout tall center. So when your center can step out and hit a 3, I mean, that's a huge, huge value for your team.
Yeah, you want everyone, like you said, that's maybe the only thing, just looking at the eye test. So maybe if they ran into a team that had a nice inside presence, maybe
it might be difficult to defend.
That could be a weakness, potentially, but
I think their quickness will help make up for it.
I agree.
With their aggressiveness, their trapping. They're really good at switching on screens, help side defense, making the open man be the most difficult pass for their opponent. Those types of things that will be valuable when you have a tough matchup.
Yeah, and you can tell they're well coached, right? They're getting good looks. They seem disciplined. They're not they're playing quick, but they're not reckless. They're under control.
Yes, there's a big difference between playing hurried and playing quick, right? And they're for the most part staying very composed, very in control, but playing up tempo.
So with the new bracket, then again, assuming score stays the same, Lake County would then move to the left, so they would be playing for what is now the fifth place bracket. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And they would play. Who would that be? Who would their potential matchups be against?
So their potential matchup, I'm going to pull it up for you right here on my phone.
It's a strong move.
So they would play the loser of Game 5, and Game 5 is going to be Hammond against the winner of Quentin Road and State Line.
Oh, so that's interesting.
Right, there's like cross bracket stuff going on now, so you can move from top to bottom and bottom to top.
So you could, you could have a team that has a bye, and you could lose your second round game, which is now technically your first round game, and you could be heading towards fifth.
Correct.
So essentially, in that example, Hammond could. Nice 3 there from number 21. He's hit a couple here. I think that's Chris Rindell. So you could, have a bye, lose, and then be sent towards the 5th place. So
correct, which makes sense because if you win
right.
out of the 8, you should be in the semifinals.
Sure.
Right? So one of the top 4.
Yeah. No, it does make sense.
Yeah, something that's different that we don't normally do, but you have to avoid a repeat matchup, is that technically these guys are on the top of the bracket, and the next game's the bottom of the bracket, and those two, the next round, the quarterfinal matchups, the loser of the top will go to the bottom, and the loser of the bottom will go to the top. So you're mix matching tops and bottoms, whereas usually you'll never see a team from the top or bottom unless you're making it multiple rounds into the tournament.
Yeah, and again, Lake Crest still doing their thing right now, up 65-19. A little more than 2 minutes left. Both coaches are getting their all of their players a chance here. 14 will take a break. I believe that's Nolan, and I think 30 back in the game. Mr. Peck, and I guess the only thing, Jim, that will be interesting is obviously when you did have the 16 teams and you kind of split both ways, 8 and 8. If you did lose that first round game, you were kind of headed. You were kind of playing maybe a little bit of a weaker team towards the consolation.
Right.
So it would be as a timeout there from Lake County. Just under 2 minutes left here. I think it might be a full timeout. So we'll step away here and we'll keep you updated as we come back again. 65-19, and we'll come back right after the timeout break.
Sounds good.
And we are back. Again, you can see the bracket there was on your screen a little bit for the commercial break, so you got a glance at that. And as I was saying right before the timeout break, as Lake Crest still keeping the pressure up. Nice steal by number 12. Still running their offense nice here. You'd normally play kind of a weaker team in the consolation, but you could have one of the top 4 seeds lose, and that could be your matchup. So you could play, it is potentially, you could be actually lose your first game and have a harder team in the next game just because of how it shakes out. Which is a little bit different, especially when we're seeing a team like Lake Crest, who is kind of poised for an upset here.
Right, and what you got to remember now is it's just your usual simple math, right? When you go from 16 teams, you obviously have a few teams that are lower ranked that might produce a more favorable matchup for you. When you're down to 10 teams, right, that gap shrinks.
And a lot of the top teams did stay, and you kind of saw the middle of the pack, unable to make it. So 50 seconds here left in the third quarter.
Do we have a rolling clock rule in the fourth quarter?
I believe we do.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I thought it was 30 potentially. If you're up by 30 going into the fourth, then it is just a running clock. So it would be a little bit quicker. We will know as soon as we start the fourth quarter. There, number 13, a little bit off the mark. Lake Crest to have the final possession here.
Yeah, we'll see if they hold or try and get a shot off here with 5 to go. Looks like we're going to get a 3 pulled back out. Swung number 5 for 3 off the mark.
Just off the mark. Again, all Lake Crest early, 67-19. We appreciate everybody tuning in to the opening round matchup for the Dayspring Basketball Classic, and we will join back up with you for the start of the fourth quarter. And we are back for the start of the fourth quarter between Lake Crest and Lake County, 67-19. 8 minutes left. I do think it will be a running clock here.
I think so. We got some information from tournament expert Mr. Ryan Hafley watching us today. He's a longtime tournament attender and has helped set up the rules and teams many a times, and so glad to hear that he's watching from Southern Illinois today.
And we did get confirmation as the ball off the mark on the 3 sailed out of bounds, and the clock is still moving.
And if anybody out there is watching and they want to get a shout out, go ahead and leave a comment on the stream. We'd be happy to represent you as you cheer on your team.
Yeah, let us know what team you're rooting for. If you got any players that are any relatives or people that you're cheering extra for throughout the tournament, always let us know.
And if you happen to know who just scored that basket, let us know. Number 35, unmarked on our roster here.
Yeah, sometimes it happens home and away. They'll get a number switch.
Right.
So
he could be one of these other numbers that I'm missing. But I'd love to get his name on the stream. And so if you are a Lake Crest fan and you know who 35 is, leave it in the comments. We'll get our producer to get that name to us. And we'd be happy to get his name on the broadcast today. Oh, okay. So is he normally number 22 then? That's what our comments are saying. So he would be Michael Smizak.
We're rolling with it.
We're going with the insider information from Robbie Height, who's watching from Lake Crest. So if we were right, you can let us know.
Well, Jim, one thing that the snow has not affected, to my knowledge, is the Dayspring Basketball Classic concession stands here.
Yeah, it's up and running.
It is up and running in full force. Shout out to the kitchen. And then we do have short order as well, at least as far as I know. I would available today if you're coming later to the tournament from 5 to 8 p.m. and 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. So we do have that available with burgers, walking tacos, nuggets, pizza, salads, fries, cheese curds, all of that good stuff.
Sounds good.
So, and looks like hopefully cinnamon rolls won't be affected and will be available on Saturday as well.
I mean, if you were thinking about driving in the snow, just come to get a cinnamon roll on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Those are like the highlight of the tournament, right?
They are the highlight. Again,
for the food department, at
least.
So
far, we know weather has not affected the availability of the cinnamon rolls or the short order schedule as well. As that's really what's most important.
Yeah. I mean, who's coming to watch basketball anymore, right? No, we're just kidding.
So
this is a nice timeout here to get some players in off the bench for Lake Crest. As we've got number 12, Gavin Hendry, in the game. We've got number 10, Kendall Simmer, in the game, or Simer. 5, Adrian Gonzalez has been in quite a bit. We've got 33, Conkle still out there, and 35, who in our book is 22, Michael Smizak.
The freshman, Kendall there. Freshman guard, 5'11", southpaw.
The future, yes.
Yeah, looking good from the top of the key.
That one's off the mark. Good rebound there from Lake County.
Again,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say with the ever-evolving bracket, we'll keep you updated as best as we can. We'll try to throw it on at the end of this game. That way you can take another look at it and keep it updated on our where can people find that, Jim, on our website?
Yeah, so again, dbc.edu, dbc.edu. You're going to see a big picture of a basketball. Click right on that. Very first line after you click that is going to say schedule and results. You click there, that will pull up the new 10-team bracket, which I'll explain one more time quickly for people so they understand. We've got only 2 first-round games now. That's the one you're watching now, followed by Quentin Road and State Line. The losers of those games move towards the left, which is working towards 5th place. The winners of those games move towards the right, which will be our 8 teams working towards the championship game. And then any game you lose drops you out from championship contention, which is per normal. And so that includes all the way up to the semis, where obviously you would then be going for 3rd place. And then anything you lose will move you to that left side going for 5th. So no more consolation. All the games today are in the school gym. And really it is you're playing for 1st, 3rd, 5th, and everything in between, right?
Yeah, and coming up next will be Quentin Road versus State Line. Supposed to be at 11. Just take one more side note. Obviously, it's looking like all the games will be behind schedule due to teams, understandably so, having travel.
Originally, Quentin Road and I think State Line might have been at 11 originally. Quentin Road was playing at 12:30, so
got it.
They've actually moved their game.
They have moved it up.
But it won't be exactly at 11. You're correct.
So all games we're assuming will probably be behind schedule. We might there's kind of the rally, which the break around maybe 3 or so.
3:30.
3:30. So games after that might start closer to on schedule, but at least for the morning, we'll definitely be a little bit behind.
Yeah, we were about 25 minutes late starting this one. So,
running clock catches up a little bit of that. Again, both teams looking to play hard in the final 3 minutes of.
Good take.
Yeah, it's good. It's
really good take. That's Kendall.
And for a freshman, that's a big, strong move. 5'11", got a long, lengthy frame there, so he'll be seeing like the future is bright in years to come.
Yeah, both teams have a number of seniors, and Lake Crest has a few juniors as well. So,
yeah, nice 3 ball there. Number 21, the senior.
Chris Reindell.
He's hit a couple threes for sure.
Yeah, he's got a good number of points this game. 35 just off the mark. We've got a timeout for Lake County.
Just to get some players in, it looks like. So this will be quick. We'll stay on for this. Just a 30-second to get everybody involved here for the final minutes and to get them some playing time. So,
we might not actually take a timeout.
Yeah.
It's purely substitution. All right, so let's get some names here. Let's see. So we got Josiah Randall, number 0 for Lake County in there. We've got number 33, Jose Mendoza. We got number 20, Timothy Mayer. We've got number 23, Daniel Jacob. And we have number 34, Theodore Markham. Many of those guys, I wasn't sure if I checked all of them, many of them are freshmen. So
yes, and we got, with 90 seconds left, we got the correct Kendall Seamer pronunciation.
Seamer.
That does help.
Seamer, yes.
So we'll know for future games if we're.
We'll try to pass it along if we can.
It's an inevitable consequence of broadcasting 2 teams you've never seen before.
Right, professionals, they get a pronunciation guide. Not that we're not professionals,
right.
But we're just going with the flow here today. This is a tournament of flexibility,
right?
Mr. John.
Yeah, when you're reading it. When we're talking about it, that's often our first time reading it.
Yeah, and no pronunciation. So good bucket there from number 12 for Lake Crest, Gavin Hendry.
Yeah, as these 2 teams are down to our final 30 seconds of the opening round. Lake Crest will move to the right in their aspirations for a championship, looking like I think they're still going to play Fafka. That's going to be a great game with your home team, Quentin Road, coming up next against State Line, which is
always a tough match.
Always tough against State Line. They're usually always in the mix for the top 4.
Well coached, quick.
Yeah. So you have a tough matchup there, and hard for an opening round matchup especially.
Yes.
So we'll see how that pans out. Again, 78-22 for the opening round matchup. Again, we will be a little bit behind schedule. Only the school gym is open. Go to dbc.edu, click on the basketball there. That way you know when the games are. And again, we will appreciate your patience as we will be a little bit behind schedule. and we will come back and see you guys for Quentin Road versus State Line next. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone.